Just wanted to fill you in on some of the things that have been going on in Congress these last few days, in case you're not aware of them, or if you're only aware of it through the mainstream news. Basically, what has happened are two important things. One was a bill that came to the Senate floor, um, ushered in by Harry Reid, Democratic leader, to essentially try to bring a bill to a vote which would have authorized a retroactive immunity to the telecommunications companies in order to spy on Americans as they have been doing. These are domestic communications. They don't concern international communications. It's quite a basic bill, and the bill that Harry Reid was trying to bring to the floor for a vote was promoted by the Intelligence Committee in the Senate. Now, we all know by now who sits on the Intelligence Committee, what they have been privy to know, and also since this New York Times article a week ago, we know that they knew that what was being done was essentially unconstitutional and illegal, yet they were not able to speak out because they were sworn to secrecy. Now, if that doesn't sound to you like a semi-totalitarian society, then I don't know what will. But in any case, Harry Reid tried to bring this bill to the floor and actually get it to a vote. And there was quite a bit of opposition to it, including many activists like us who phoned all of our senators, basically slammed them with our commentaries. And so, for the time being, this bill has been withdrawn. The other bill, promoted by the Senate Committee, not for Intelligence, but for the Judiciary, promoted another bill which would have not allowed blatant immunity for telecommunications companies in terms of cooperating with the NSA surveillance, which has been taking place since 1990 or earlier. So, the news for right now is good. So the bill did not come to a vote. Harry Reid, our wonderful leader in the Democratic Senate, has withdrawn it, and the bill might come to a vote after the recess for Christmas and in the next year. So that's the good news for tonight. The somewhat not so good news is that Bill Clinton, and you have to understand, I'm a lifelong Democrat, and it seems kind of dubious to me that Bill Clinton is now going on the campaign trail for Hillary, saying that he is going to enlist President Bush's father, Herbert Walker Bush, to be exact, in order to restore credibility for the United States around the globe after his wife becomes elected. This is, I'm sorry, but this is just so campaigny and so cheesy, because nobody in the global community is going to believe anything anymore since we aren't doing anything different. We're not closing down Guantanamo prison. It's not been closed. And our economic policies and foreign policies basically remain the same. And so, yeah, well, that's the not so good news. And The also not so good news is that the Federal Communications Commission has now decided that newspapers can own a certain share of the market in one of the bigger cities in the United States in terms of TV stations. Now, this is all couched in a very sophisticated language, but essentially what it means is that newspapers, because they're not being read anymore since they don't do any more reporting. They basically report all the same stories, unlike the net, of course, which this bill is actually trying to curtail. But of course, they now want to have a bigger share of the market, of the media market in certain localities, bigger cities. But what it really amounts to is an assault on smaller communities where these restrictions don't apply to. And so one media conglomerate can essentially own your newspaper, your television station, and basically everything you hear via media. So that was passed today. That bill was, well, the FCC voted for it today. The bill has not passed the Senate or the House, but it will most certainly be voted upon. So that was the bad news for today. So anyway, keep up your vigil, and let's try opposing this, because there's no other way. Thanks for listening, and I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep trying. Thanks.